not suggesting that everything that's addictive is diabolic. It's quite the contrary. Usually people get involved in the addictions and then the demons get involved in that.
Yes.
So, but they can also drive those things in relationship to certain people. We also see this in relationship to people who are possessed. So and it's a very common thing. Sugar is a big addiction that demons drive in people who are possessed.
Really?
Where they can't stay away from the sugar. I had one case. This was kind of interesting. I had gotten to the point. This woman that was undergoing exorcism for possession was a very virtuous woman. I'm like, why? Why am I not getting this guy out? Right? And so at a certain point during one of the sessions, I commanded to him.
And she was possessed.
Yeah, she was possessed. I said at a certain point, I said to the demon, I commanded the demon to tell me, what is it you have on her? Right? And he just looked at me and he said, pop.
Meaning soda.
Yeah. So he checked out. I asked her, I said, do you have a problem with soda? And she said, I cannot go a day without rewarding myself with it. She says, I just can't do it. And then once the possessions broke, boom, they don't even have the inclination towards it. So they can drive those kinds of things. Now, again, I'm not suggesting that everybody who has these addictions, because these things are just addictive by nature, and people develop their own. But in possession cases,
sugar addiction, wow.
Sugar addiction.
I'm not surprised even a little bit. I'm just surprised you said that out loud. That's like, because it's so clearly true.
Yeah. Why do you think it's true?
Because I've just seen it and felt it, and I just know that there's some kind of connection because it causes compulsion.
Yes, exactly.
And compulsion's always a sign to me as a total layman. But like, compulsion? Really? What's that? Yeah. The compulsion to harm yourself? There's no evolutionary theory that can account for that, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times they'll look just to see what our dispositions, like I said before, our dispositions are, and they'll drive those areas, the addictions, whether it's to a particular kind of food or whether it's a particular kind of thing. Although with men eating a lot of meat, I get that, So, but when it comes to the actual, but other things that are very addictive, like sugars, alcohol, things like that.
Meat does not cause compulsion. It can't. You can't eat 2 pounds of beef. You can eat 2 pounds of chocolate, though.
Yeah, you can. That's true.
And then wait an hour and eat another 2 pounds. You can't do that with steak.
No, you can't. That's true. Although they do know that that chocolate actually releases endorphins when you eat it. And it's even more effective in women, apparently, from what I've read from the brain studies. But with men, they say you just show him a picture of meat and his brain lights up. Which is why I tell people, look, if a guy doesn't like meat, there's something wrong.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Father, that was amazing, and I appreciate your doing that.